Your Excellency, I'm glad you share with us, your life, your dream to become a priest, which is really your determination until, you were sent to Rome and then you studied with the diplomatic circle in Rome, no? At tas ngayon nakita natin, di ba, as you said, you have to put your heart into it. It's not very easy because, it's both spiritual, humanitarian at the same time. And then you deal also with bureaucracy, with spiritual aspect, with people, alam natin, pagkaiba ng Holy See diplomats are very different from any ordinary countries na sila nakapokus what the political will of that country is. Pero sa inyo hindi eh. You really become, because the Pope is very universal.
The Pope is in the country.
Yeah.
The interest of the Pope is in the country.
Everywhere you go, he is there, right?
Yes.
So whatever country you represent,
he's interested
Pope,
in justice, he's interested in also material progress.
It's very holistic approach.
It's a total approach, a holistic approach.
Yeah. After, nag-graduate ka na ng 4 years. 4 years, no? Ang
4 years,
yeah.
4 years.
So what is your first assignment? Kasi alam ko, hindi ganun kadali.
I was 3 years in Sri Lanka.
The first?
First. Then 3 years in Haiti at the time of the famine.
Oh, okay.
Then I was, 4 years in Nigeria. And then I was 3 years in Ireland. I was 4 years in Mexico as counselor, and then 2 years in France. From there, I was named Nuncio to Panama, where I stayed for 5 years. And then, for 4 years, Nuncio to Nigeria. And for another 4 years, Nuncio to Costa Rica. And for 9.5 years, Nuncio to Korea and Mongolia.
Sri Lanka at that time, I remember medyo nasa limelight siya because of this
Civil War.
Yeah, no, Civil War.
Yes.
It's really, tsaka alam natin, Sri Lanka, is it a Catholic country? Di ba? It's more
Sri Lanka is
Buddhist.
10% Catholic,
Okay.
but very Catholic. Sri Lanka was Christianized by Saint Francis Xavier.
Okay.
So the coastal area of Sri Lanka is Catholic, but it's 10%. Majority is Buddhist. And the civil war between the Hindus and some extremist Buddhists has aggravated the situation, the religious situation. And I was sent to Sri Lanka for the second time to organize and pacify the visit of Pope Saint John Paul II.
Okay.
And because there was a lot of objections and fear of civil war. But in fact, I told them, well, what is my purpose? Just see that the visit is a success. Well, I need your prayers to have the success of the visit. And my first thing was, I went to the poor clerics. If the visit is a success, I need your prayers. And they succeeded.
You are one of those very, very lucky Nuncio who has witnessed the visit of several pope, right? Una sa Nigeria, Sri Lanka, then Korea.
Three visits.
3 visits. Not every nuncio has that kind of experience. I think you are the only one kasi the others, even if they retire, the nuncio, the Pope never visited them. Pero ikaw, 3, no? In your how many years of services in the diplomatic, Holy See diplomatic?
Equivalent to 47 years.
47 years, imagine. So 2 Pope ang nadatnan yun, o 3 Pope?
No, I graduated Paul VI, then John Paul II, then Pope Benedict, and then Pope Francis. So 4 popes.
4 popes, yeah.
And I met all of them. And I met Pope John Paul II maybe 20 times. And Pope Francis now maybe about 8-10 times. Yeah. Because we have direct access to the Holy Father, which is the biggest privilege you have. No?
Yeah. Ako, Your Excellency, our time is really very limited. Pero itutuloy po natin because ito, ano pa lang to, fraction of your experience lang as a nuncio in 4 countries. So, pwede natin pag-usapan yan sa pagbabalik po ng Power to Unite. Next week, abangan niyo po kasi mas makakaroon po kayo ng interest kung bakit siya po ang napili natin ma-interview. I know you have been listening and most of you, kung very interested kayo, you listen and maybe you can be trained as a future Holy See diplomat. Hanggang sa muli dito po sa programa ng Power to Unite with Elvira. See you next week.